Britons, terrorized by Islamic immigrants, are organizing in cities and towns to voice their opposition to the migration policy of the UK authorities, which has led to a wave of violence. A week ago, the Irish, who have experienced the aggression of illegal immigrants firsthand, took to the streets. Now, the English are mobilizing. After Saturday's attack by a black-skinned assailant on passengers on a train to London, people are talking about a dramatic fight for their lives.
I saw a guy in a white t-shirt. He just leapt out of his seat as if he was shocked, and obviously he was stabbed, but at that time I didn't know. And then everyone started shouting, "He's got a knife, there's blood." And obviously me and my friend were in shock because you don't expect this.
But what is merely an unfortunate incident for Prime Minister Keir Starmer has become an everyday occurrence for people. 11 were injured, 2 are fighting for their lives. But the British authorities are trying, at all costs, to hide the image of the perpetrator. His photo was published online by anonymous internet users. What's more, residents alerted the police about a suspicious man with a knife, but he boarded the train undeterred.
Lots of people today. I mean, I've had family using the train line just the day before, so they could have been on that train easily. I've got a lot of family up at Peterborough as well, so we tend to use the trains a lot to get up there as well, and like I mentioned to you before.
There are more and more such attacks throughout the United Kingdom, but British people who report aggressive immigrants to the police are themselves accused of racism. This policy is pursued not only by the British authorities, but also in France and Germany. Ordinary citizens say outright that the British authorities, the left-wing authorities, tolerate this type of incident, and this leads to great precarity among citizens who use public transport or are in public places. We are also seeing these attacks in Germany, and knife attacks are also occurring in other European Union countries, such as Ireland. Wherever mass third-world immigration was instituted as public policy, ordinary people's sense of security has declined, and murders, rapes, assaults, and thefts have paralyzed cities and towns, mainly in Western Europe. The growing scale of the threat is the result of a reckless policy pursued by the governments of these countries, which hide certain facts from the public, downplay the seriousness of the threat, and in fact tolerate violence on the part of these groups. While a black attacker was stabbing passengers traveling to London, Birmingham residents detained an immigrant who was trying to lure a 10- and 12-year-old girl into a park. The police tried to cover up the case, just like Spanish officers who covered up a crime committed by an immigrant gang from North Africa. It was only publicized by politicians from the right-wing Vox party. 4 illegal immigrants kidnapped and brutally raped a young woman, destroying her life. And the ones responsible for this are the liberal and left-wing politicians who brought these migrants to Spain. The result of this disastrous policy is the creeping Islamization of Great Britain, France, and Spain, which has made it impossible for decent people to feel safe on the streets of their own cities.